Hello there, my lovely darklings and metal mystics, and welcome back to another Pilates flow with me. So let's get on our mat and get a little warmed up, shall we? Speaking of warm, it is an extremely warm day here in Baltimore, so I know I'm going to be hydrating as much as possible, and I trust the same for you. So make sure you have a bottle of water nearby, whatever temperature it is where you're at. So we're going to begin with our shoulder rolls or our neck rolls, bringing our opposite ear or bringing our ear to shoulder, rolling our head towards the back, other ear to other shoulder, and chin to chest. Let's just do that 2 more times towards the right and move on, allowing us to feel really good in our bodies. As you all know from seeing my other classes, this is something I truly enjoy personally and professionally. Neck rolls are so good to warm up and cool down. Once we bring our chin to our chest, doing that on the other side, taking it towards the left this time. Still tuning into the breath, still being mindful of how we feel. And truly warming up, maybe even noticing that our neck is a little bit more flexible than this morning, yesterday. Either way, that is a huge win, and we should be very proud. So once our chin has met our chest, we're going to be bringing our head back up to center and doing our arm raises. Inhale as we raise our arms all the way up to the sky, lifting tall through the sides of our waist. And exhale to gently lower with grace and control. Let's just do that 2 more times before a twist, just moving towards the center a little bit more. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. 2 more times. Inhale, truly sitting up tall. And exhale to peacefully lower. 1 more time before our twist. Inhale to reach. And exhale, twisting over to the right. Gazing past our shoulder if we can, sitting up tall, feeling a wonderful massage in our internal organs. Wonderful. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, raising our arms all the way back up at center. And exhale to twist over to the left this time. 2 deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale, crown reaching for the sky, chin parallel to the earth. 1 more, inhale. And forced exhale, what Pilates is all about. Inhale, raising our arms all the way up for the last time. And lowering even more slowly than before. Rolling on our wrists because we're going to be on our wrists quite a bit. Awesome. Stretching out our legs, I'm bringing out my right leg in extension, toe pointed. My left foot is pressing into my right inner thigh. Bringing my forearm to the ground as I raise my left arm up and over, gaze at the sky, palm facing down. 1 deep breath here as I feel that wonderful stretch in the side of my waist. Inhale. And exhale. Awesome. Taking it to the other side this time. We're going to be bringing out our left leg, right sole of the foot into the inner thigh, bringing my left forearm down and reaching up and over. Really feeling into that stretch. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Awesome. Inhale as we bring it back up to center. And just beginning with our practice for today. So now that my left leg is already out, I'm going to meet my right leg with it and come over to my side. I'm on my right side right now, propped up on our right forearm. Option to have our arm outstretched. I may try that as well, but right now I'm going to do this until it feels uncomfortable. Bringing our left toes out to the outer edge of our mat. Bringing our right leg up or left leg up, propping myself up. We're going to be creating our leg circles, leg in extension, toes pointed, navel to spine. Just little circles, maybe large circles if you're down with that today. Wherever you can go. Let's just do 5 more to the front and taking it towards the back. Awesome. I actually may lay on my side. So, or even propping my head up, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Really pulling navel to spine. 5 more times in this direction. And then moving on to a kick. Last one, and back to center. So this time, as I inhale to prepare, I'm going to exhale to kick out, flexing my foot. Inhale, bringing it back, squeezing my glute in the back. Inhale, kick, foot flex, point my toe, bringing it back. Yes, 4 more times. Using that momentum here, kicking, pointing, and bringing it back. And last one. Maybe one more for good measure. Great. Now coming into a passe, taking it in both directions as I sweep my foot all the way up, putting it at the top, pointing my toes to the sky, and lowering as my leg is an extension. Inhale, exhale, maybe even flexing our foot as it comes back down to meet our other foot. Beautiful. Pointing our toe, flexing, and gently lowering. Yes. 2 more times here, and then we'll end with a pulse. Fantastic. Now I'm bringing my leg parallel to my other one as I pulse up, maybe even pointing my toe if that feels good for me, which it does. It's pulsing at the side for 10 repetitions. 10 pulses here, starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Giving our hip, our leg a little bit of some love, a little bit of a pat as we move on to our back. So all of our back is on the mat here, making sure there's not too much space in our lower back. Coming into a cervical knot here. Coming into our single leg stretch. So this time we're going to be bending our knees, bringing our knee into our chest as we lift our head and shoulders off of the mat. Hovering our right leg off of the mat as we go on with our breathing here. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Pulsing our leg inward as we inhale on one leg and exhale on the other. Let's just do that 3 more times on each side and switch, switch, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch, switch, switch. Awesome. Great. Last one. Switch, switch, switch. Awesome. Bringing both knees into the chest for just a moment. Giving ourselves a little bit of a back massage. Great. And moving that onto the other side. So as I come back up, maybe even doing a little bit of a rock, coming back up to center. We're going to be getting back to that later, which is great. One of my favorites. Definitely having a sip of water before we move on. And coming to the other side. So we all started on the right side. Now coming onto the left. Option to prop your head up in this way, maybe lowering it, maybe if this feels better for you, but since we want to possibly be in more of alignment, this may be great where we prop our head up. My left toes are on the outer edge of my mat for a little bit more stability, and my hips are in line, always making sure we're in alignment. Pointing our right foot here or pointing our toes as we come into our leg circles. Breathing naturally here. Warming up our leg before all we're going to do with it. Wonderful. 5 more times, big or small circles. 3, 2, and 1. Taking it towards the back this time. Awesome. Really feeling that burn in the glute as well. We're not squeezing our glute or anything of that nature, but we're really using the power of our legs here and our core to help us go backward. 3 more times. 2, and last one. Awesome. So going into our kicks, we're going to point our toe and flex as we come back this time. Inhale, kick, exhale, back. Inhale, kick, exhale, back. Pointing the toe and flexing as we go. 3 more, and then we'll move into our passe. Moving with that momentum. And last one. Great. Now, once again, swiping our feet along our leg, flexing at the top and lower. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, peacefully lower. Let's just do that 4 more times. Lowering with control. 2 more. And last one, finishing with our side leg pulses. Bringing our leg back to center and parallel to our other leg and pointing your toe if you wish, maybe flexing this time if we feel good with that. 10 pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Giving our side some love as usual. And going right back into our kicks this time. First coming onto our back, but also going into our single leg stretch. This time, first of all, we pulled our knee inward. This time, as we lift our head and shoulders off of the mat, we're going to have our legs be straight this time. Lowering our right leg, keeping our left extended, toes pointed, as we pull, 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 pull. Wonderful. Awesome. Let's just do this 3 more times on each side. Inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. 2 more. And last one. Awesome. Bringing our knees into our chest. A little bit of a back massage as usual, one of my favorite things to do. And coming into a little bit of a rock. So we're going to bring our body into a tight ball, using the momentum as we rock back and forth, pointing our toes, keeping our knees bent, resting on our tailbone as we reach up onto our buttons. Very, very difficult here, but not impossible. So as I come onto my other side, making this a little bit more easy to see me, let's just try that out. Coming into a tight ball, rounding our spine, inhaling as we come back, exhaling as we balance on our tailbone. Let's just do it a few more times. Awesome. Let's see how that works again. And let's just do this a little bit or one more time for funsies. Yes. Can we even bring our legs up in a little bit of a teaser? Why not? Maybe grabbing onto our toes, coming into a little bit of a V, balancing on our tailbone for just a moment. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Bringing our legs together, grabbing onto our knees, taking 2 deep breaths for just a moment. Inhale and exhale. Also taking our sip of water as we take a break. Yes, one last inhale and exhale with an audible sigh. Awesome. Now we're going to make our way into a downward facing dog. But before we do that, crossing our legs over, coming into a little bit of a tabletop position here, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. Option to take a quick child's pose if our little break wasn't enough. Or from here, we can tuck our toes under, pressing our hip bones up to the sky, pushing our body away from us, in our downward facing dog. Wonderful. Taking a moment here to pedal our heels, bending and straightening our leg. As I bring my hair out the way. Stay here for just a breath. Inhale and exhale. Finding our stability here. Now walking our hands back towards our feet, rolling up on the inhale ever so gently, articulating our spine. Coming into a roll up with a push up. So what we're going to be doing now is inhale to prepare. Exhale as we round our spine all the way down to the ground. Coming into a push-up position and doing one push-up here and making our way back to our feet and rolling back up to standing. Let's just do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, rounding down, bringing our hands outward, pushing up 2 times this time. Walking our hands back to our feet, rolling up. Wonderful. Exhale, rounding down. 3 push-ups this time. 1, 2, and 3. And making our way back to our standing position, vertebra by vertebra. Wonderful. Coming into a wide-legged position right now, wide-legged standing position. What we're going to be doing next is a little bit of a side crunch. We're going to bring our left leg or our left knee into our left elbow as much as we can. So rotating slightly over to the right here, reaching our left arm up and over as we bring our left knee into our elbow. Wonderful. So inhale to repair, exhale, crunch. Inhale, exhale. Yes, let's just do this 8 more times. 7, 6, completing the 5th repetition on your own. 2, and 1. Now we're going to be doing some side leg pulses and crunch pulses. So first, we're going to be doing our crunch pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then our side leg lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Taking a little bit of a wide-legged forward fold for just a moment here. Taking some time, maybe doing a little bit of a twist as you bring your right hand down to the ground and reaching your left arm up to the sky. Switching arms here if that feels good for you. Beautiful. Gently making our way back to standing and doing that on the other side. Maybe even bringing your legs a little bit closer together if that feels better for you. Rotating our body slightly over to the left as we bring our right elbow to right knee. Wonderful. Inhale to start. Exhale to crunch. 8 more times. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. So 5 crunch pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our side leg lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if you wobble, it is hilarious. Just laugh it off and move on. A little bit of a wide-legged forward fold for just another moment. Maybe bending and straightening one leg, rolling out our wrist, rolling out our head. Why not? Taking a minute to catch our breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Rolling it all the way back up. Just for us to heel toe our feet back together. Walking ourselves back to the bottom edge of our mat for our remaining 3 push-ups for our roll-up push-up. So inhale to prepare. Exhale as we round all the way down, pressing up 3 times this time, or 4 times actually, excuse me. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Walking our hands back, rolling back up to the top. 2 more, next time is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And last one is 6. Let's see if we can survive this. I'm just kidding, we definitely can. Exhale to lower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Wonderful. We're maintaining in our plank for just 1 breath. Inhale. And exhale, lowering all the way back down to our mat. For just a moment, definitely having a sip of water. Can't forget about that. I know I will not. I told you, it is all the way hot here in Baltimore, so gotta hydrate. Lowering onto our belly so we can prepare for our swan dive. So like what I did for a bow pose in one of my yoga sequences, we're going to warm up our body a little bit, maybe even coming into a swimmer for a second, but we'll probably be doing that later anyway. Inhale as we lift our upper body off of the mat, stretching our arms outward, palms facing each other. Exhale, lower. Doing the same with our back body, heels squeezing together, thighs off of the earth, toes pointed. Exhale, lower. Actually, let us come to a little bit of a swimmer. We're going to be alternating arms and legs lifting. Right leg up, right arm up, and doing that in a faster motion here. Lifting our chest and upper thighs off of the mat, coming into a type of Superman position, but just swimming our arms and legs. Let's just do this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Wiggling our hips, taking a breath here. So swan dive is all about momentum and making sure we're still in alignment so we're not hurting our back or anything of that nature. So it is us rocking back and forth on our upper body or on our front body. So starting here, let's just come into a little bit of a cobra pose here as we lift our upper body off the mat, keeping our upper thighs on the mat, straightening out our arms, coming into a little bit of a back bend, shining our heart forward, catching ourselves here as we have our back legs squeezing together. We're going to bring our hands off of the mat, lower forward, and catch ourselves again. Exhale. Inhale, catch your breath. Because then we're going to be taking our hands off the mat as we do this, keeping our arms outstretched like we would in a Superman. So let's just do this 2 more times. And if you feel comfortable doing swan dive for a few seconds along with me. Wonderful. So catching ourselves 2 more times and then going into a full swan dive. So let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Catching ourselves a little bit, lowering our upper body on the mat, wiggling out our hips, maybe bringing your hands or your head to your hands for a moment, catching our breath for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhaling deeply and exhaling fully. Wonderful. Coming into a child's pose for just a moment here. Not even just catching our breath, but counteracting all those back bends. A lot of back bends with the swimmers, with the swan dive, all of it. Really feeling into the back muscles right now, the lower back. Giving it some love, reverence, and respect for all it does for us. Awesome. So now rolling ourselves back into our tabletop position, tucking our toes under, coming into our plank now. Navel to spine, feeling nice and stable here. So let us pull our knee into our chest, starting with our left leg. Inhale to repair, exhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's just do this 5 more times. 2, and last one. We got this. And now let's take that on the other side, coming into our plank position. Option to take a little bit of a break here, holding in our plank and taking that on the other side. Inhale to repair, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Focusing on our core that allows us to pull our extremities more than our extremities themselves, keeping our upper body stable. 2 more. And last one. Bringing our legs back in parallel for our plank pose. Let's just come into a little bit of a crossbody mountain climber for just a second. Breathing naturally here, bringing our opposite knee to opposite elbow. Let's just do this a few more seconds. Take it in double time for our final challenging class, and we'll be done. Wonderful. Holding in our plank for a second to catch our breath. 10 times on each side to close out class today. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, we did that. Coming into a child's pose once more. A few deep breaths here, inhaling fully and exhaling deeply. One more. And letting it all go. Coming into our cool down for today. Since we're already here in our tabletop, let's start off with a cat-cow. Really feeling into this as we cool down or slow down our movements through movements of the spine. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Wonderful. Maybe even adding in intuitive movement here, moving from that into a child's pose if you wish, maybe that into a cobra pose. All forms of movement are welcome, giving our body what it needs. I'm just going to come back into tabletop, doing my arch and round one more time for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Coming back onto my heels. So I'll make my way into a stretch, having my legs both out in parallel, feet flexed, toes pointed up to the sky. My favorite way to stretch. I inhale, raise my arms all the way up, shining my palms up to the sky, feeling into the stretch, bending over to each side, however it feels, or however I feel called to move, and lower, grabbing onto the soles of my feet, feeling my hamstrings stretch, feeling my back, all parts of my back stretch. Inhale, and exhale. One more deep breath at our own pace, flow, and rhythm. Inhale, and exhale. On my next inhale, rolling all the way back up to center, coming into a cross-legged position, ending class like how we started, pairing breath to movement with our arm raises. Inhale, and exhale, really slowing down here. Inhale, and exhale. We just have one more. Inhale, reaching up nice and tall, bringing our palms together and lowering them down peacefully at heart center. Still remaining present, mindful, and aware, and offering ourselves gratitude for showing up for ourselves today, giving our bodies the physical nourishment it deserves. And I extend my gratitude to each and every one of you for allowing me to be your guide during today's practice. It was an honor and a pleasure, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you in our next video. With the fullness of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love.